Dear listeners, today I shall talk about Where the Mind is Without Fear, a beautiful poem by R.N. Tagore. In the present presentation, first of all, I will recite the poem. After that, the poet will be introduced in English and Hindi. In the last part of the presentation, I shall put up the summary of the poem. I am going to recite the poem first of all. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that haven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Dear listeners, to understand this poem, it is essential to know about R.N. Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore, who was born in 1861 and left this world in 1941, is popularly known as Gurudev, Kavi Guru and Vishwa Kavi. He is a great Bengali poet, playwright, novelist, short story writer, essayist, educationist, music composer and painter. He received the Nobel Prize for Literature for his Gitanjali in 1913. His Gitanjali is a collection of 103 devotional songs. Our national anthem, Jana Gana Man, has been composed by him. Tagore's poetic collections, The Gardener, The Crescent Moon, Fruit Gathering, Stray Birds, Lover's Gift and Crossing, and The Fugitive and other poems are very popular. His plays Chitra, The Post Office, and Sacrifice and other plays are also appreciated in the entire world. His novels The Home and the World, Gora and The Rake, his collection of short stories Hungry Stones and autobiography Reminiscences are appreciated at home as well as abroad. His fecundity and vitality were amazing. Next only to Mahatma Gandhi and Sri Aurobindo, Tagore has been the supreme inspiration to millions in modern India. Rabindranath Tagore, जो 1861 में पैदा हुए थे और 1941 में इस विश्व को छोड़कर चले गए थे, को गुरुदेव, कवि गुरु और विश्व कवि के नाम से जाना जाता है। वे एक महान बंगाली कवि, नाटककार, उपन्यासकार, लघु कथाकार, निबंधकार, शिक्षाविद, संगीतकार और चित्रकार थे। उन्हें 1913 ईस्वी में उनकी गीतांजलि के लिए साहित्य का नोबेल पुरस्कार प्राप्त हुआ था। उनकी गीतांजलि 103 भक्ति गीतों का संग्रह है। हमारा राष्ट्रगान जन गण मन उन्हीं के द्वारा रचा गया है। टैगोर के काव्य संग्रह द गार्डनर, द क्रिसेंट मून, फ्रूट गैदरिंग, स्ट्रे बर्ड्स, लवर्स गिफ्ट एंड क्रॉसिंग एंड द फ्यूजिटिव एंड अदर पोएम्स बहुत लोकप्रिय हैं। उनके नाटक चित्रा, द पोस्ट ऑफिस एंड सैक्रिफाइस एंड अदर प्लेस, उपन्यास द होम एंड द वर्ल्ड, गोरा एंड द रेक, लघु कथाओं का संग्रह हंग्री स्टोन्स और आत्मकथा रेमिनिसेंसेस देश के साथ साथ विदेशों में भी सराहे जाते हैं। टैगोर बहुमुखी प्रतिभा के धनी थे। उनकी उर्वरता और जीवटता अद्भुत थी। टैगोर आधुनिक भारत में लाखों लोगों के लिए सर्वोच्च प्रेरणा रहे हैं। Now I shall put the summary of Where the Mind is Without Fear. Where the mind is without fear is a beautiful poem by R.N. Tagore. This poem is a prayer to God. It's a fantastic lyric taken from Gitanjali. This lyric is replete with patriotism and nationalism. Here the poet ardently longs for freedom, truthfulness and reason. In this poem, the poet prays to God to awake his countrymen from the slumber. He again prays to God to make his countrymen bold, fearless, truthful, rational, God-fearing, noble and generous. Here Tagore requests the Almighty to lift his country to a state where freedom could be enjoyed in the best way possible. For that, the poet expects to see some qualities in his countrymen. These qualities are fearlessness, dignity, knowledge, truthfulness, diligence, rationality, and broad-mindedness. These qualities are essential to enjoy the freedom. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.